Everybody loves your videos.
Thank you so
Every time
much.
I reshare it, all my clients are like, she's so cute. I'm like, I know.
Thank
and
you
then when
so
you talk
much.
about the stories of when you grew up with Cuban parents, that what we were talking about before we started, it brought me so much memories too that I completely forgot until you started saying those stories. I was like, oh yeah, I remember my parents doing that.
Right. It's interesting. You always talk about the different, the different generations of Cubans. But for those of us that grew up, I was born and raised, I always say, in the great city of Detroit. And although I was born and raised in the great city of Detroit and my parents assimilated into the American culture, we always remained Cuban.
Right.
So at home we were always very Cuban. So these Cuban American stories to me are true.
Yes.
And as I'm saying them, I sit in front of the camera and I crack up because I literally relive.
Yes, me too. When you say those stories, I was like, yeah, I remember that. I remember that. I remember it. It's funny because our parents leave Cuba, but they bring those memories, those childhoods they have, and they try to give it to us for us to keep on with the generation. I imagine, right? So it's funny when they do these things and you're like, and now we talk about it and we're like, can you believe our parents did that?
I think our parents, did an excellent job of assimilating into the American culture. We were in Detroit, and while we were in Detroit, everyone always knew we were Cuban.
Mm-hmm.
And while their citizenship changed, they were American citizens.
Right.
Their nationality, being Cuban, never changed. At home, our customs were Cuban.
Right.
We are Catholic. The different, we celebrate the different holidays. Family is of importance. The food. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm very thankful. I see many times people that don't know who they are, where they're going, or all of that. And I've never had a doubt of who I am, where I came from, or where I'm going. And Cuba is something to me that's very sacred and very mine. People, I in my Instagram page, many times I get comments or I get notes from people that are in Cuba and tell me, how is it that you are in the United States and you can be so Cuban? I feel that I am very Cuban. That's who I came from.
Right.
And I'm also very thankful to the United States. I'm a very proud American. And I'm thankful to have had the opportunity to grow up here. And I also consider Cuba very mine.
Right.